Hey sewing friends, Cherie here from Cherie's Alchemy, and I'm here today with my first ever sewing plans video. These are my August sewing plans, and I've decided to go ahead and set myself some specific goals for August because I'm actually treating myself to a 1-week stay-at-home sewcation. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna try my darndest to stay out of the garden and to not have my family occupy too much of my time during this 1 week, 7 full days. I'm so excited. I have some really big plans for the month, but I think I should be able to accomplish them given how much time I'm going to be officially dedicating to sewing. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Cherie. I'm an avid sewer. It's my first real thing I became passionate about as a hobby as a young girl. And so I sew a lot, and I really enjoy specifically making my own clothes. So I'm going to just dive in today. What I'm doing is I've pulled some patterns from my stash. Some of these I've shared with you in recent pattern hauls, but I'll just go over some of the details about the pattern. And then I'm going to show you the fabrics that I pulled from my stash to sew them up with. And so the other thing I should say, I'm still on my, if you've been watching, then you heard me talk about my no buy fabric challenge. My official 60-day of not buying anything ended, but I've decided to continue on as long as I can with not buying any fabric, because I really do have a lot of great fabric that I need to just sew up. So, and I need room in my sewing room. Like too much fabric in there. And so I'm really excited to be overhauling my my closet. I'm filling it with color and print, which is what I love. And so I shot my stash. There are 4 fabrics I'm going to show you, which are new to me. They just arrived recently. One is from a giveaway that I won from a competition on Instagram, the Sew Maxi Challenge. Over on Instagram, that was hosted by Crystal of Crystal Sews and Stuff and Tea of Crumpets Tea and Sewing. So I was one of the there were random winners. I was one of the random winners of fabric from that competition, that contest. And then I have my 3 fabrics that I was sent from Fabricmart Fabrics. I'm a 2021 Fabricista, which means that they send me fabric and I sew up whatever I want. I choose the fabric, I sew it up into whatever I want, and then I write a blog post for them to post on the fabric store's blog describing my process and working with the fabric, etc. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys those fabric, but I'm not gonna show you what I'm going to be making. You gotta wait to see that Fabricista reveal when it goes up on the blog, and then I'll share the video here. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm going to start this month off by remaking one of my all-time favorite. This dress is really good for summer, fall, and spring. Gosh, you could probably I'm gonna make a winter version. See that? It just popped into my head. But this is Mccall's 8035. I've made this a lot. I'm wearing it now. And Mccall's has named their patterns now. So this is referred to as #BrimMcCalls. I love this dress. I've made several versions of it, hacked it. It is just a really cute slip over your head dress. I'm gonna pop like 1 or 2 pictures of me, of versions that I've made here, just so you can see those, but I do have a separate video coming up on this pattern soon. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I love, love, love this pattern. And I've pulled 3 more prints from my stash to sew it up in August. So first of all, I'm gonna use this cotton. This is a cotton jersey knit that I got from Fabricmart Fabrics. and it's orange, but I love it. Look at that. Look at that color. I love it. Not everybody can wear orange. Yes, and well, you have your shades. This is my shade of orange. It's very soft, and this cotton jersey is gonna be just a nice fabric for this summer dress. I got 3 yards of this, but it was the end of the bulk. This is definitely more than 3 yards. They gave me the rest for free. So I have plenty of this, so I'm thinking I'm going to make the long version like this one. And I'll probably do like I don't know if I'm gonna do the long sleeve or not. We'll see. But I'm definitely gonna do a longer one, or maybe I'll do a longer one, but do a ruffle, like one of the versions that I did before. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna use this orange cotton knit. And then I mentioned before when I talked about the Bryn Mccalls that it's actually drafted for woven fabrics, but I enjoy making it with knits. I've made it with knits a couple times. So that orange is a knit, even though this is a pattern drafted for woven, and I size down sometimes with knits, but with this one, I don't, because it's not like a fitted dress anyway, and it's just super comfortable. And these knits that I buy are, you know, they're very high quality and very stable. So it's not like they're like slinky dinky knits. So this FYI, if you look at the back of the pattern, you're like, why is she talking about a knit? Yes, it's drafted for wovens, but I've made it in wovens and knits, and it works great for me. So this next fabric is just, this is actually a 100% cotton woven fabric. This is from Anna Maria Horner, who's a fabulous quilt fabric designer. She put out a line of 100% cotton woven fabrics that are just stunning, and I carry them in my shop. I might still have some more of this. If I do, I'll link to it. But I bought some of this for myself, and I've just been having this 3 yards sitting forever. So I'm gonna use this up. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous quality fabric, and light and airy, and again, the color. Because it's woven, it's like a weave of like red and soft white, or like light pink threads. And so it just gives like a really interesting look. It looks textured, but it's not. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I just love that color. And then the final one, again, you know, go bright or go home. I'm gonna use this yellow double gauze fabric that I picked up, gosh, in spring of this year from Joann Fabrics. And this is a 100% cotton double gauze fabric. I was surprised that actually the quality of this fabric is stunning, and it's incredible. All these fabrics, if I can find links to them, I will put them in the description box. If they're not in the description box right away, it might take me a little bit to get them all in there, but I will try my darndest to find something equivalent or the same fabric if I can, in case any of you are on the hunt for fabric. But this is just an incredible quality, I have to say, especially for Joann's with cottons. And I just love it. And I think this shade of yellow is just, I think it's good on me, don't you think? Beautiful. Okay, so those are gonna be my three new Bryn Mccalls to add to my Bryn Mccall collection. Next up, I'm gonna talk to you. This is one of the first fabrics I'll share that were free to me. This is the fabric that I won in the competition over on Instagram, the Sew Maxi for Mother's Day Challenge. And it was sent to me by another Instagrammer. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel. I'll check. I'll link to her. She has an Etsy shop where she sells these Ankara fabrics. And so that was my prize. I think it's a 6-yard cut of this Ankara fabric. She chose it, and I love what she chose. This is one of those prints where, honestly, I probably wouldn't have selected this one because it has that white background, and I tend to go for stuff that has like darker backgrounds. You'll probably notice as we go through this. But I'm so glad Eunice sent this, because it's like, yeah, like, sew something different sometimes. Get out of your comfort zone. And so I'm excited about this. Look, I'm so excited about it. I forgot to show you the pattern that I'm using for it first. This is the pattern that I'm going to use. And I think for this one, I'm going to make this view. I've been wanting to make this for vacation for a while, but, you know, there was no beach vacation last year. And then this year we went to Sedona, which I'm going to put some pictures of our Sedona vacation at the end of this video for anyone interested. It's like one of my favorite places in the United States. And it was a short trip. We were just gone for 5 days. But what a rejuvenating place. Like, we go there typically like every 2 years. I think we're going to start going there every year. My husband and both my kids love it. And it's so, anyway, look, let me get back on track. Fabric for this. I'm going to use this Ankara that Eunice sent me to make this version. I'm pretty sure, and you'll see, I hope, I haven't opened this all the way up, but I hope that there's like, the pattern kind of goes up the middle, so I can do the split in like a, kind of a cool way. We'll see. If I feel like that's gonna look a little wonky, I might change that and not do that seam up the front and maybe cut it on the fold and then just, you know, make a facing to do that cutout. I gotta think about that, but that's something after I lay the fabric out, I'll decide. This calls for, how much fabric, Sheree? 3 yards, and so I have plenty of fabric to make this. So I'm excited about that one. And then for this one, honestly, I think I'm gonna make the same dress. I think I'm gonna make the same dress. This is another gorgeous quilter's cotton print from Anna Maria Horner. I might be sold out of this in my shop. If I do have more, I'll put the link to my Etsy store in the description box. And if I'm sold out, I'll try to find somebody else who has this. This fabric is gorgeous. It comes, I had it in, I think, 3 different colorways. But again, it's one of those big, bold prints that I think will be really fun for like a beach tunic like that. I'm going to the beach this year. I don't know where, but I'm going to the beach this year. And I'm going to wear these dresses beach this year. So anyway, those are going to be the 2 fabrics that I use for, and I didn't even tell you the name. Okay, I need to calm down because I'm so, can you tell how excited I am about all this sewing? This is Simplicity 8912. Moving on, I get so caught up and I'm talking. This one here, this next one, I'm really excited to sew. I wore this in one of my last videos, my last pattern haul video, and you guys really like that. And I love it too, and I'm gonna be making it again. This is Simplicity 8872. And in my video, I made this one. So sleeveless with the ruffles. I didn't put the little lacy bits on there. I'll pop a picture to show you, to remind you of that dress. If you didn't see my video, you need to check it out. But anyway, I love this dress because this is another one. No closure, slip over the head, pick some gorgeous fabric, and have fun. Yeah, so this pattern comes in sizes 4 through 20. So just check out the measurements if you're interested in this pattern to help you figure out if this will work for you. The one feature that I really love about this pattern is it has pockets in this dress. And it has pockets, for me anyway, at the perfect location. And when you sew it up, it doesn't look like they're pockets. So those are things that I love about dresses with pockets. So I've pulled 3 fabrics. Get that back in my little baggie. I pulled 3 fabrics to make that look. I bought this, I don't even know how long ago. And I still haven't even taken it out of the wrapper. This fabric, is 100% cotton. I should have said this calls for woven fabrics. This fabric I just love. I got this on fabric.com, I'm pretty certain. Yep. And this is one of those, what is her name? Her last name is Hensen. And she's out of Australia. Sorry about that. I'm gonna find her name because you wanna search her name to see all her fabrics. Nerida Hensen Fabrics. I actually had placed an order directly from her website in Australia. That was my first time ordering her fabrics. Stunning. They had a great sale. So with the shipping, it was worth it for me to go ahead and do that. And I think I've sewn up one fabric from that order. That's gonna be in my fall sewing. But anyway, this was one of the fabrics that was sold out on her site in Australia. And I really wanted it. And I just randomly, I'm like, let me just see if they have that anywhere in the States. And it came up on fabric.com. And so they don't carry all of her fabrics, but they did have this print. And this one is called Bingle by Holly Zollinger. And I will search again. If I can find a link, I will put it in here. But this was one of the most beautiful cotton fabric collections. I think I bought like 5 or 6 prints from this collection. I love the colorway, this like corals and light pinks with the green and the, you know, grayish black. It's really pretty. It has these like little monkeys swinging the tree. I love these kind of like quirky conversational prints. And so yes, I'm definitely gonna make a dress in that. And then I'm gonna use this fabric here. This is a print from Mimi G's fabric collection. And I'm not sure, they might still have this on her fabric website, Melanated Fabrics. But this print for me came from fabric.com. I won another Instagram competition, and it was actually through their Instagram page. And yeah, I won, and I got, I think 3 fabrics sent to me from them. And yeah, I'm finally gonna sew this one up. This is a really soft, gorgeous rayon fabric. Look at the colors. It's gorgeous. And again, it's from Mimi G's collection, which is sold on fabric.com as well as on her fabric site, Melanated Fabrics. The next pattern, I'm really excited about this one. I showed you this one in my last pattern haul. This is Mccall's 8215, and it was one of their new summer collections. Did they name this one? I don't see a name on it, but look at how beautiful and elegant the summer dress is. Easy breezy, no closures. You throw it over your head, but I mean, look at how put together you look. So I pulled 2, and you know, I was tempted to pull some printed knits, but I really like how simple but beautiful the solid colors. Look, this blue, I have a blue, I need to go get my blue like this. I have a blue knit that is this color, and I'm gonna pull that to add to this. But what I pulled so far, let me tell you real quick, I told you in the fabric, this is one of their most inclusive size ranges, patterns. This goes from a size 8 to a 32W. So y'all, and this has one of those, it's just the shape of it. I mean, look at it. And then, so if you look at the skirt, it comes in a couple different lengths. You can do the split or not. But then you're also getting 2 different bodices. I don't know if you noticed that. So you can do the knit top with the spaghetti straps or more kind of a tank top strap. I'm gonna do this one, tank top strap. But it's really pretty. And then it has the optional tie, which I always like to make because I just like the look of a tie around my waist. So I pulled this knit. This is a light gold poly lycra ITY knit from Fabricmart Fabrics. They may not have this color, but I mean, their section on ITY knits is always stocked with a ton of solids and a ton of prints. So again, I'll look for this exact color. If I can't find it, I may link to something similar. Maybe I'll just put a link to that whole section if you guys want to browse. But they're always having great sales on their ITY knits. And I almost never sewed much with these kind of poly knits because, you know, the ones I would see weren't that great of quality. And I have to say, that's what I like about Fabricmart is they carry, for the most part, at least the ones that I've bought, they've been really nice quality. So they're not like, you know, getting all weird and beady after you wash them, and they wear nicely. Polyester knits are still a little bit hot for me, but that's why I'll make it in this kind of dress. But I prefer cotton knits. But you know, they can be hard to find in great colors and non-juvenile prints, you know? So anyway, I'm gonna do this goldeny yellow color, which, you know, I love. And then I'm going to do pink. Look at this pink. It's so bright and in your face, and I'm here for it. I love this pink. I love, love, love this pink. Look at, that's gonna be cute. And so this is the same kind of fabric, just a different color. Yeah, so that's going to be what I'm going to make with Mccall's 8215. Okay, let me get this out of my way. Ugh. So that's what my sewing room floor, that's what I do. I pull this all out and then I do this and I pull out stuff for like 50 million projects, and then I'm like, oh, I need my cutting table again. And I drop them on the floor. So this pattern that's up next, I had this idea, and I'm gonna do this again. I have some other things that I pull for this, but I had this idea. I'm like, you know, you often get these patterns and they'll have multiple views and you just make the same view over and over again. How about you pick a pattern and you sew all the views on the pattern? So that's what I intend to do with this one. Now, again, I'm being a little safe because there's not much difference between the four views. I mean, that's a little bit. And if you'll recall, this pattern, I'll show you the line drawings in a second. This is Butterick 6051. And if you recall, I just did a review for the Sew Maxi Mother's Day dresses, and I used a different pattern. It was a See and Sew, I think. But this dress pattern is very similar. The only difference is it has the high-low. Well, no, two differences. It has the high-low skirt option, and it has the one where you can do more of kind of a t-shirty top, where the other one just had the wrap top and this blouse and top. So if you like that pattern that I used, I'll pop the dresses here. If you like that pattern that I used, but you can't find it, this would be a great substitution pattern for that. Again, Butterick 6051. Size ranges on this is an 8 to a 24. It's designed for moderate stretch knit fabrics, jerseys, cotton knits, etc. So let me show you. So these are the four dresses. Do a quick back. These are the backs of the four dresses. And let me show you the four fabrics that I pulled. I pulled this knit. This is definitely from Fabricmartfabrics.com. And it's just really pretty colors with like butterfly, kind of like a butterfly collage with flowers. It's just pretty. I just love the colors. Very summery. I'll definitely make one I'll probably make the tank version with this one because it's super summery. And then this blue, you see where I'm going for. I love that blue. And I'm like, I have a blue similar to that. Also from Fabricmart Fabrics, another poly lycra ITY knits. And then I thought for this one here with the blouse and look, I would go for a print. and get something that I would extend into the fall. So I picked one with darker, warmer colors. Still that like light pop of pink, but I love this. This is a jersey knit fabric from Joann Fabrics. And then this final one, look at pink, pinkish. I love this kind of like raspberry pink color. I think that's a good color for me. And so I pulled that one. So these are the 4 fabrics. And I think they'll all be pretty. I don't know why I'm holding all these fabrics like this. But I think they'll all be pretty and they'll look different. And this will be a fun little thing to sew the whole pattern. And then I can show you guys what all views look like. And then you can see if there's one that you like for yourself. So I'm excited to do that. I'm almost done. I'm more than halfway done at least. The next pile. This pile is officially going to start transitioning me from summery dresses into my first round of fall dresses. Again, because odds are I'm gonna be home a lot in the fall. You know, I wear more dresses in the house. And so I am going back to one of my tried and trues. I love this. This is probably my favorite wrap dress pattern, specifically for knits. It's a top one for wovens, knits, or whatever, but for knits, this one fits me the best. This is Butterick 5454. This pattern is out of print, but because I know I searched for it when I did the review of this pattern before. But I know I've seen it like on Etsy and other places. So what I'm going to do is I will search for you guys. And if I can find links to this out of print pattern, I will put that also in the description box. Because if you like a knit wrap dress, you should try this pattern. It goes together so easily, but it has just enough little details to like elevate it. And so I think that I would highly, highly recommend you try this dress pattern if you can get a hold of this pattern, okay? The only modification I make actually is on the length, because I just prefer my wrap dresses to be longer, especially with these, because, well, even the one, I made one with shorter sleeves, and I made one with these kind of sleeves, and even that one, I made it long. That's one that I would wear shorter though, you know, when it has a short sleeve like that. But once I do like a bracelet length or longer sleeve, I usually want my dress also to be longer. So anyway, I'm going on and on. This has tie closures, very easy pattern. So I've pulled this striped knit from my stash. This is from Fabricmart Fabric. I pulled this like Hawaiian-y print, tropical print, also from my stash. I've been wanting to sew this up for such a long time. And it's like, girl, just sew it. This is one of those where it's like I've been debating and going back and forth of what I want to make with it. So I measured and I do have enough to go ahead and make the wrap dress. So I'm going to do that. And then this one here, I feel pretty strongly. I either got this one, look at this one. This reminds me of actually that print on the cover. I feel pretty strongly that I got this at a fabric store in Michigan when I lived in Michigan, called Haberman's, but it might also be from Joann's. But I think this is from Haberman's. I can't remember. I pulled this one here, which is this like dark winter floral. Another knit fabric from Joann's. And then the final one, I don't have a long navy blue dress, and I'm in an organization where I have to wear navy blue and pink. a fair amount. And so I want to have a long, just plain navy blue wrap dress. So yeah, that looks boring, but it's a good basic to have. So yeah, I've pulled these 5 fabrics to make my favorite wrap dress, one more time, Butterick 5454. Okay, the final batch. Y'all are probably sitting here thinking like, how's she gonna sew all this? I'm gonna tell you how I plan to sew all this after I show you this pile. So, it's time for me to do my next Fabricmart Fabricista blog post. And so I decided to go ahead and transition into fall and winter with the projects that I make for them, because they are going to start adding more of these kind of fabrics to their website. And part of the goal is to inspire you guys with my projects to go and buy some of this fabric, right? To make some things for yourselves. So instead of picking another summery fabric, I decided to pick a fall winter fabric. So the first one, I know it's basic, but trust me when you see this. This is just a wool blend knit. It's basic, extremely high quality. I'm so impressed. And so I got, I think, 4 yards of this. Then I had my eyeball on this one for a while actually, and I was really excited that it was still there. Look at these fall colors. I don't know. I love this. So this again, I'm pretty sure this one also, Lordy, they always put the tags on here, but then they fold my fabric and I can't find it. But I'm pretty sure this is also, it's at least a sweater knit fabric. I can't remember if it has wool in it. It doesn't feel like it. But it's from their sweater knit category. And then this one definitely has wool in it. Look at this Italian wool sweater knit coating fabric. Y'all, had to have it. Had to have it. It looks crazy next to this, but you see where I'm going with this, right? Oh, I can't wait. This is even more beautiful in person than it was on the internets. Like, it's so pretty. And I can't even wait. It's one of those things, honestly, I think I'm gonna have to pull one of my other sweater knits out and test the pattern that I wanna use because I can't mess this up. I love it so much. And this one came in a couple other colorways. So I'll try to put those links in. Hopefully they're still available. Usually once I order the fabric and then make it and then I gotta wait for them to post it, the fabric that I've chosen is sold out already, you know, because their fabric just moves. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get these links in if it's still there, in case any of you are interested in this. And just be mindful, their sales fluctuate. And so like this was one where I was waiting for it to go on sale so I could get more of it for my sponsor post. But you know, I've done that before and the fabric that I wanted is gone. And so yeah, it just depends, but they have something on sale like every day. So hopefully these are on sale. I'll check and I'll put the links in because the regular prices on the wools was a little spendy, but the quality is out of this world. It's an Italian designer. When it's an Italian designer, they don't tell you the brand, but that's a very high-end fabric. And so these 3 are part of what I'm making for my next Fabricmart Fabricista project. So I'll do a separate blog. I'll do a separate video on those when that's all done. But anyway, yeah. So let me tell you how I plan to get this done. This kind of sewing is one of my favorite kinds of sewing because you know, I'm okay with going, like if I have an hour here and there to sew a little bit. But my favorite way of sewing is just to be able to sew like all day. Like I love to just be able to go into my space and just think about nothing else and have really concentrated times to sew, because I do kind of enjoy working on multiple things together, kind of seeing how, you know, they're gonna play out. I also like to have like my serger thread on one color and sew all those things. I have a couple sergers, but my table is only big enough in this current sewing room to have one sewing machine and one serger. So that's part of the problem. So, you know, I change them out, but I like to just sit and sew a bunch of stuff and then go do the serger. And so, yeah, I plan to batch cut these things. So I plan to cut them all out, and then I'll pull all the things that I'm using white thread for, and I'm gonna get those sewn up. Then I'll pull the things that I'm using the black, etc. You see where I'm going? So that's how, you know, when I have projects like this, where I'm really trying to get a lot of stuff sewn, that's how I approach it. It doesn't take the joy out of it for me. Some of you might be thinking, oh, it's like, you know, sweatshop sewing. For me, it's not, because I really love then having like a rack of clothes finished that I can look at and be like, woo, I really made a big dent in my fabric. And so that's how I'm going to approach this. And then we'll see. You guys will see at the end of the month if I actually accomplish my goals. You know, if I don't, I'll move it on to September, but I feel pretty confident that I'm going to be able to get these done. So anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my first makes video for August 2021. Let me know in the comment section if you've sewn any of these patterns, if you're interested in seeing sew-alongs for any of these patterns. I can try to get my sewing room reorganized before I start to be able to record a little bit better with the lighting in there. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm going to apologize because I got to this end of the video and I realized that as I hit the table sometimes, my phone is shaking. I hope that doesn't cause too much distraction in the video. What else do I want to say? I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here on my channel again soon. Yeah, in the meantime, I hope you're able to sew something lovely for yourselves or someone you love, and I will see you guys back here again soon. All right, guys, take care. Bye.